Okay, so yeah, I listen to a lot of brothers' videos online. One of the things I hear a lot of brothers lament about, and you could see that they're coming from their heart, and sometimes you could see the pain in their face regarding black women and wanting black women to change for the better. It's coming from a good place. It's great, that black men would like to see the black woman raise their vibration to a positive level, to a level by which they can be that woman again. It's a great fantasy, guys. It's a great fantasy, and because of who you are as black men. You see, the black man in America is by far the most patient, good-hearted man in the planet because no other man in this on this planet would tolerate the shit you do. So I have to give kudos to you guys that you motherfuckers are coming from a whole different place when it comes to patience and longevity and sustainability when it comes to you women. Last year I went home and I was at the bar. I heard the news on the radio, IRE FM. But I heard the news on the radio about this one man that cut his wife's head off. True story. So I'm sitting at the bar. One of the police that was working in the case, who saw the whole scene, it's like they were looking for the woman's head. They couldn't find it. Now it turns out, make a long story short, the man, diligent father, father of 5 kids, carpenter, went out working. Then he found out after all this time that 2 of the kids didn't belong to him. So this woman was slinging pussy left, right, and center while he's out working. So he came home. I guess he snapped and cut her head off. So the officer was there talking. So I asked the officer. I said, "Well, if you didn't find the third head, officer, is she dead?" The officer was like, look at me and said, "You're a dread man. I need a drink." You can see the situation had actually have an effect on him. But for me, I wouldn't tell them where her head is. No, hell no. Hell no. That bitch was busy giving out head while I was at work, giving out free head. Now she's dead. Fuck her. Because you're going to go to jail anyway. You know what I'd have done? I'd have tucked that head away somewhere. When I come out of jail, I dig it up, use the skull as a rice bowl, and some of the teeth that haven't decayed, use that shit as necklace. That's what I'd have done. And fuck her. I'd keep that skull close to me. When I get frustrated and pissed off, I'd probably skull fuck her. Because no other man would take that shit. And to see brothers trying to throw these women a lifeline now, because things are about to get bad. And the problem is, the things that is coming now, it's not man-made, it's God-made. It's coming from the heavens. When the changes take place in the heavens, you see, man's ability is limited. But when God move, our divine intelligence, if you want to call it that, our nature, whichever you prefer, once that energy decides to move, it's very thorough, and it's all encompassing, and it leaves no stone unturned, see, and no one can mitigate it, no one can stop it. So I see brothers have foresight. They're seeing black women right now, and they see the things are about to come around the corner based on the economy and all of that stuff, and the government cutting off all these different benefits, and they're trying to throw this beast, this traitor, because that's what she is. And I'm not just talking about a black American woman. There's black women all over the planet. If you don't believe me, look at their hair. And just check out their head, and you'll see. Now, I need to go any further. So they're trying to throw them a lifeline. And we've been here before. We've been on this planet for millions of years. Now I'm going to ask you, black men, what's the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity, I think you already know the answer to that. Is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. All right? Now, can the woman change? Can this woman submit? Can this woman be feminine? I don't think she can because it's deeply embedded in her DNA. You see, this thing about what she is she's like a cyborg now. She's not. You see, the problem is you're thinking that she's human. She's not human. She's not that type of woman. That type of woman hasn't been around for probably hundreds of years. The type that you want, the type that you know in your heart, the possibility. And here's the thing now. She'll tell you that only God can judge her. But it's a cliche. It's an old statement that they use as a form of deflecting. Here's the thing. Here's what's wrong with that statement. First of all, you're not God, so you're not on the level of God. When you do stuff wrong, you're always judged by the jury of your peers, right? Yeah, that's what usually take place. The jury of your peers. God don't judge you. The other thing is, you're talking about a black man leading you. You want leadership, but you don't want to submit to his instructions. Now, here's the problem with that. If you don't want to submit, and only God can judge you, I would say be careful what you ask for. Because one day you might be surprised who God is. But let's look at it this way. If you're in a team, and you're playing a sport, high level sport, right? Tennis or whatever. The first thing you'd seek out is a good coach, right? A great coach, someone who's have high standard, who can instruct you properly, right? Now you're on this team and you're a team player and you're holding on your position, but you did not do those drills. You didn't follow the proper instructions that was given to you for practice. So now you're on the team and you're weak. Everybody else is holding on their end, but you can't. And then you make mistakes, letting the team down. You're missing the ball. You haven't done the drill. You're weak. You're running out of breath. Your stamina is bad. Your functionality is not there anymore. All right. Your muscle memories are bad. But your excuse is, well, only God can judge me. You know that once you make those mistakes, you want to deflect. Only God can judge me. You know how crazy that would be to say that to someone on a team when you let the team down. Only God can judge me. That's what you're saying to to black people. When you let them down, you go to that only God can judge me. Deflection. But your arms are too short to box with God, see. But you know what always end up happening when you try to bitch slap God? You end up with a bruise on your face. You know what's so crazy? A lot of you women think that you can go it alone. You don't need a man. You're a strong black woman. You're a strong queen. But we all know this. But we all know that a doctor that treats himself has a fool for a patient. Stupid is what stupid does. Yeah, and you know when everything fails, they always fall back on the old shaming tactics. The classic one is what? Your mother is black. Well, bitch, tell me something I didn't know. Go stand beside her so I can kick both you motherfuckers in the head. But don't it take a low quality individual to use your close family member as a form of propaganda and emotional blackmail? See, these motherfuckers are like evil, satanic. You should be more positive and lift us up. I'll lift you up alright. And slam your ass down on a bed of rusty nails. And so, brothers want to see change. But you'll be here for another 100,000 gazillion years. These women can't change. It's It's not possible for them to change. Why would you want to elevate a traitor anyway? A traitor is what a traitor does. All right? And if they say they want to go leave Blockistan or go somewhere, they want to swirl, let them swirl. I think that's the best thing for them. I think personally, seriously, I think that's the best thing. I think they should go. Just leave. Just go. It's like they say in District 9. Go. Just go. Jump over the fence. Do whatever the fuck you need to do. All right? Because the thing about it is this. I even hear guys talking about, I want to mold her. I just want to mold her so she can be my queen. You can't mold scrap iron. Low quality, cheap material. You can't really do anything with it. And it's noisy. It's always noisy. There's no solace. There's no quiet around it. It's always some noise. It's always making noise. Clinging, clinging, clinging. You can hear them motherfuckers coming a mile away. That's the functionality of scrap iron. To keep your life in torment. Keep you tormented and unhappy. Anybody can tell when something is made from scrap iron. It has a limited shelf life also. It's an art piece, it's okay. But it's you're not gonna use it for it's not gonna be withstand any, it's not durable. Structurally it's weak. Let me give you an example. My uncle, my uncle was a hell of a he was a hell of a mechanic. He was so good, he was a master mechanic. He was so good to the point when he came to this country, when he came to the US, the first time he came here, he went down to Metro and he got a job the first day he went down there. That's how good he was. Because he working all his life living in England, he working all those British Lelands trucks. So this motherfucker was good. So I'd save up money and bought me a nice little sports car. You know what I mean? Second hand. Thing was nice. It was sweet, man. Especially when you're young, a little nice little two-seater. But the fucking thing gave so much trouble. I was fixing this thing damn near all the time. I can't remember a time when I wasn't fixing this goddamn car. And my uncle was there, he was helping me. So one day he looked at me. And my mom would come in, look at me and just shake her head like, you up underneath the car again. But she'd never say anything to me. She know better than to say stuff to me when it comes to like manly stuff. You know what I mean? Never really liked my man that much because she didn't raise me. I was raised by my grandmother, so we had very seldom. We have very we have very little in common, so to speak. Thank God she wasn't raising me. Yeah, she didn't raise me. But you know what's so crazy? Not to go off on a tangent, but nowadays I hear guys talking about my mother is my best friend. I'm like, your mother is your best friend? Yeah, I tell my mother everything. I said, man, this is dread, man. How can you tell your mother anything? Your mother is supposed to feed you, and that's it. You're not supposed to be talking to. I never talk to my mother about anything manly. That's my father, my uncle. I see people hugging them, guys hugging their mother. I never hug my mother. It's like that little touchy-feely shit gives me the heebie-jeebies. I never hug my mother. I don't hug my father. My father be looking at me like, you're hugging me? What? Are you out of your mind? You shake hands and move on. The only thing my mother does for me is cook me some rice and peas and chicken and curry chicken. That shit is good. That's it. I don't need to be hugged and cuddled. What kind of madness is this? This touchy-feely stuff. No wonder there's so much pedophiles around. Start sticking their finger in you. I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like to be touched by nobody. Don't touch me. Mother's your best friend. The fuck out of here, you weak punk bitches. And every day I thank God she didn't raise me because my mind was less cluttered and less confused than my other siblings because I was raised in a healthy environment. But, But anyway, my uncle would help me fix that car. We're fixing that damn car all the time. And one day, he looked at me and he said to me, he said, look, this car, it has problems. It's always going to have problems. You ever heard of the law of diminishing return? I said, what do you mean by that? He said, well, there's a point where you put an effort into something and you spend money, but the return that you're getting is far less than what you're putting out. It's called diminishing return because you're putting in more all the time than what you're getting out. It's. But I said, well, Uncle, this is a nice car. It's great. It's in there. You say, I know it's a nice car, but it's this car is no good. I said, what do you mean it's no good? He said, well, I said, what do you mean it's no good? This car was made by it's a good company. He said, yeah, it's a good company. It's yeah, but this model, this model is tainted. That's what he told me. He said, this model is tainted. He said it was a different team of guys that made this, and he knew about his vehicles. He knew about mechanics, and he read up on all that shit, man. So he could tell about the structural integrity of the engine, timing, all of that stuff. So he's like, look, the people that made this car wasn't even a part of this same company. They had hired them. So this job was it's as if the job was piecemealed out and it was assembled somewhere else. It wasn't even assembled. So even though they had started off with good intention, the road to hell is paved with good intention. And that's what this car is. Anybody buys it, own it. It's in a lot of hell trying to fix it. Because, they did not adhere to protocols for checks and balance when it comes to this vehicle wasn't in place when it comes to this one. And you got to keep in mind it's a sports car. So I'm thinking, well, this car is so great. You say, yeah, it's so great when it drives, but you spend more time fixing it. You're not supposed to be fixing it. You're supposed to be enjoying your vehicle. You should be fun. Other guys are all having fun, and you here screwing around with this vehicle. I said, what should I do? I said, well, so Uncle, what should I do? He said, well, you have to get rid of it. I said, what? He said, yeah, you got to get rid of it. I know you like it. It's great when it drives, but it wasn't meant for that. It's more like a second car. It's not something that is durable that you can drive every day. Oh man, I was disappointed in hearing that. He said, no, this company is good, but this model is no good. Periodically, you're gonna have that. So, so, so what I did was I took the car into a dealership, got me another car. That wasn't as fancy, wasn't as sexy, but you know something? It drove. I didn't spend half my fucking time fixing it because I'm not supposed to be fixing a car all the time. I'm supposed to be driving it. It's like my uncle said, you buy to drive, not to fix. And if you end up fixing it, then it defeats the whole purpose of why you have the car in the first goddamn place. So, and I remember when I drove off the lot, it was like almost a load, like a weight was lifted off of me. So I went and visit my girlfriend, picked my girlfriend up. My girlfriend said to me, she said, I was starting to think that you like the car more than me. You spend more time with the car, fixing it all the time. And you very seldom have any time for me anymore. I was beginning to wonder about you. And that's when it dawned on me what was going on. Sometimes you just have to let shit go. And that's the thing with brothers now, with the women. These women nowadays, they want to throw them lifelines and, you know, lifeboats and whatever the fuck you want to do. And I'm saying a traitor is what a traitor does. The first chance they get, they're going to stab you in the fucking back. Because it's not even about the person, it's about their character. It's buried deep in their DNAs to be traitors. So you can do whatever you want to do. You can build the black community back up, right? You can build this black community back up and build a bonfire, sing kumbaya, and then in about you'll be back right where you are right now in a few years. Because the first chance she gets, she's going to stab you in the back. She's going to stab you in the back. I'm not going to get stabbed in the back. Fuck that. I'm too smart for that. The minute I see she look a certain way, I don't have to talk to her. I've certain attire she have on that tells me right there. Nah, she got these fucking long nails and all the purple hair and all that shit. I was like, okay, those are the signs I look for. Here's the thing. You see, they want to come up with all this dumb shit about black men this and black men that, you know, obfuscate and deflect. You know, I'm going to give you the formula for a long lasting relationship. It's not complicated. Human beings, relationship ain't complicated. People are complicated. And people take all their fuckery in relationship and make their shit complicated. Black relationship, Chinese relationship, Japanese, it don't make no difference. Relationships are relationships. If people want love, guess what they do? They practice loving. Most black women are hateful people. And people say, you say that they're hateful. Yeah, and I hate them too. They'll be like, you hate black. Look, I hate evil. So if she hate me, I'm not going to love her. If you are a black woman and I hate me as a black man, fuck you. I hate you too. I hate you, Jenny, and I hate your family, and I hate everything, and I hate you for the next 1,000 years, not spitting you. Fuck that man. I'm not going to hold up some banner of upstandingness when you're a low down dirty shame. No way. I'm not going to love you more than I love myself. If there's such a thing, I think love is the whole idea of love is stupid. And people, brothers, be looking for this love that it's a misnomer. It's something that doesn't exist. Because if it was tangible and real, these bitches would be able to make up all these rules about it and change the goalposts. You ask 2 women, 3 or 4, what is love? And they all have different ideas about it. So it's just an idea and an emotion. You can't control an emotion. It's like trying to dam the fucking ocean. Look, so that's why it's not real. It's not something tangible. That's why they can get away with so much shit. Like they have like the holy grail of love. That they can't give you love. They can't give anybody anything. You see? The energy that is love that we know flows through the heart. And most of these bitches' hearts are blacker than these bitches' hearts are blacker than a donkey's backside. They're dirty. But love. They don't love. They can't love. They've never loved. They don't know what it is. It doesn't exist for them. Even if it's real, it doesn't exist for them. What they call love is manipulation. Have you noticed one of the standard image for love is Cupid with an arrow pointing at your heart? This arrow nowadays is different. It's a poison tip arrow. Even if they miss their heart, you're still going to be bled out and dead from the poisoning anyway. This so-called love nowadays is nothing but a toxic minefield for a brother. This is what you need from a woman. And if a woman is listening to this is how you maintain your relationship. Here's the formula to maintain a relationship. A successful relationship ain't got shit to do with love. It has to do with one thing, right? You treat your man like an honored guest. Let me say that again. You treat your man like an honored guest. Notice I didn't say love him. And all this other Hollywood shit, which is unnecessary. You know what an honored guest is. And if you don't know what an honored guest is, then you need to fucking look it up. And go take some class in how to treat someone like an honored guest. I'm not talking about some of the time. I'm talking about all of the time. And if both persons do that, then you'll be successful. Because everybody wants to feel honored. People want to feel respected. All right? That's simple as that. I want to feel good when I leave, so I want to come back. You go to a restaurant and the waitress is shitty, you're not going to go back. Fuck that place. Right? What do you think relationship is any different? So you come up here talking about, oh, man, it's not this. Oh, fuck you. Oh, man, it's not this. Or man, it's not that. Yeah. Oh, Suck my dick. Those days are gone, ladies. Those fucking days are gone. And all for all them guys are talking about, these are a queen, you gotta stay with their queen. Just like all these race pimps and these emotional pimps. They want you to stay on the plantation, just like the black woman. They want you to stay on this emotional plantation with them. They want your vibration to be so low because they can only take you down. And that's all they want. They want you to stay on the emotional slave plantation. So you can never advance and elevate your vibration. They want you to stay in a low vibration place so that they can control you. Emotionally, if they got you under control, then it makes them feel good because they're succubus, they're vampires, they're energy vampires. And they can only control you when you're at your lowest point. And if you raise your vibration, they have no more control over you. Because they cannot go where you want to go. They cannot raise and elevate themselves. Because they're demons. They don't want you to be happy because they're not happy. You know why they're not happy? Because they're evil. That's why they're not happy. There's no reason for their unhappiness except for the fact that they're evil. And they want to keep you down with them. And I'm saying, fuck them. If they want to go somewhere and they want to swirl, I think you motherfuckers by the hundreds of millions should swirl. Go. Go already. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Who cares? You know? You go to Bob. Go to Kyle. Kyle be like, yeah, you know, Shaniqua, I haven't seen you in a while. You know, my cousin miss you. And the poodle is in love with you. Because you know what? He's going to be passing you around to his friends, his drinking buddies, his cousins, and his animal. Shit. Yeah, he will pass you around to all of them. He's sharing the bounty or the booty or whatever the fuck. You know? So, you know, look. Why do I think the black, you know, I used to be at one time. Here's the thing with brothers. You could be very, one thing I even come to the conclusion, I had to come to the conclusion myself and the understanding that you could be very well educated, you could be very well learned, you know, you could be astute in your ways, you could be very well enlightened, very, very conscious, but you're still not woke. Are you still not alert or conscious to the emotional setup, the way things are going on? You're not privy to it. So people could be telling you about it and you still don't get it because you're programmed not to get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's like in the commercial, you know, Nike commercial, if you don't get it, you don't get it. And a lot of men are not going to get it because their programming is so deep that they cannot get it. At one point, I couldn't get it. People would tell me stuff, and I wouldn't understand what they are saying. What you talking about? These sisters, don't you see how round their buttocks are? They couldn't be bad. You know, I consider myself to be very well informed, very well rounded, balanced individual. And I've often thought to myself, if I can't, if it takes me so long to reconcile this craziness, how is a simp gonna get it? Like a guy, a regular simp who is into female worshiping, you know, gonna come to any realization? Because from what I see, the only thing a simp want, if you're a simp listening to me right now, you should just punch yourself. But if you know, because most simps, the only thing they care about is to have a warm pussy to lay beside, and in the middle of the night, roll over and stick their flaccid and large penis in the fat of the woman's buttocks. That's the only thing a simp care about. Yeah? So you could talk to your guy in the face. He's not going to see it. Because all his life essence is drained away every day into his succubus. So he can't even raise his vibration level. What's he going to raise it with? But you know what annoys me and really pisses me off? Is that After all this information out there, all you simps, you female worshipping simps, you be going up on brothers' pages, in their threads, defending this whore of Babylon, this degenerate lowlife, virtue signaling, trying to get pussy points. But at the end of the day, all you simps are nothing but a bunch of mudpit gurus. You motherfuckers should kill yourselves. Better yet, make a hard, tight fist and cold cock yourself in the fucking jaw. You bunch of weak-kneed, spineless, punk bitch motherfuckers. You see, because I was raised in a different environment. I wasn't raised in conflict. I wasn't treated bad. I didn't have a bad mother. I didn't have a bad family setting, so I don't understand that. So you're speaking of something totally different from who I am. And it took the longest time. It took me the longest time to understand what brothers were saying. Like, these bitches they're like slave masters. I said, what do you mean they're like slave masters? One brother said, the only thing these bitches need on their head is the hood from the Klansman. But they're like white supremacists on the highest level. I said, man, you must be crazy. So I couldn't even relate. And then, you know, when it filed, my eyes started first open. My eyes first opened was when I went to MVA. I went to the MVA. I had just bought a house. So I went to the MVA to change my license. My license had almost expired, so I went to change. So, in general, you know, you went to the line, show my paperwork, you know, my bank statement, everything that I just moved. And this black woman, but she wasn't a black woman. She's a cyborg nigger bitch. That's what she is. She's like, she wouldn't accept my paper. I said, but lady, I just moved and this is my license. I live in this. No, you need to go back and get this. You need to get that. She got a long list of shit that I need to bring back. But you know what I heard her saying? You know, I look at her, look at this evil, just this evil, disgusting, nasty nigger bitch. And you know what I heard this bitch saying? That's what she was saying, even though she was reading off a list of stuff. You know what I heard her saying? You need to run around the block. You need to rappel up that brick building. And when you come back down, you need to wax the cockpit of this abandoned airplane. And then you need to vacuum up my bedroom and change the you know, and lay down new floors, and then you need to run around the block some more and did 1,000 jumping jacks and did 100 push-ups. And when you do all of that, come and let me sit my crusty, evil, disease pussy on your face, and then you can get your papers. And then you can get your license. That's what I heard her saying. You know, I was so disgusted. I was so disgusted with this whore, this Babylonian nigger bitch. And I looked her straight in the eye, and she could tell that I was disgusted with her. And you know what? This is when another mind come in, the lower mind that they call the devil mind. They divide you, separate you from your consciousness, from the higher vibration. You know, the voice just said, why don't you just fucking rip out a fucking windpipe and use it to vacuum up the floor? That's what the voice was saying to me. But you know, I'm much smarter than that. I said, okay, thank you. I went outside, sat down. I was so pissed off. And then I waited a little bit. I went back inside. There was an Indian woman there, the other counter. I went to her and gave her my paper and told her, you know, this is what I have. And I just moved and, you know, I need to renew. She said, oh, take a number and go over there and have a seat. And then when the number is called, they'll give you a license. Now, she's doing the job. You see, the black woman is evil, see. She's like taught how to be evil to the black man. That's what you all are. All of you all. That's why people say, you shouldn't hate the black woman. I hate you all. Hate you motherfuckers. Fuck that. I ain't gonna like evil. I hate evil. And if you represent evil, then I hate you. I don't want to win with evil. Brothers talking about get them back together. I don't want them to come back. Let them stay there. I don't want to win with your type. You're a bad model. You're a car that doesn't work. You're a streetcar named Desiree or a streetcar named Shaniqua. You don't work. You're dysfunctional. Not my job to repair you. Fuck out of here. Die, bitch, die, bitch, die, bitch, die. That's what I say. You know? Can't wait till I start hunting you, motherfuckers. Yeah, I must admit, all of this saying, I do have a little plan for a lampshade factory. Yeah, but when the hunt begins, I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. This is not an instruction of, in any small measure, but if you must go on the hunt when the time comes, make sure you give them 3 to 4 days head start. See, the thing about that, when first couple of days they're they have to run, and under duress they start to sweat out all the impurities out their skin, right? And after the 3 or 4 days, a certain glow start to come over the skin, and with all the different hues that these women have, all the different colors, brown, black, dark, in between, different shades. Can you imagine the lampshade they're going to be able to make? God, and my factory is about to start. I can't wait to start my factory. I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about this. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, but make sure you don't hurt the skin, because that melanin. Get a few penny for that. Yeah, lampshade factory. That's where I'm gonna make my millions. Yeah, and I know some of you think that the simp that you love so much gonna be able to help you, but don't worry. See, his tongue gonna be nailed to a telephone pole. That's what's gonna happen. And we're gonna be talking to him. Yeah, motherfucker, you used to talk all this dumb shit. Where's your queen now? You need to call her to come and help you. Take this nail out your fucking tongue. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. She's a timeless masterpiece somewhere lighting up a room. So don't listen to the brothers showing you all lifeboats and trying to help you all. Because you know the next step. The hunt will begin. Yeah, bitches. And y'all don't think it's possible. That's what I want you all to do. Don't think it's possible. Because you see this black American man? He's a patient motherfucker. He's a patient dude. But when that motherfucker gets going, oh, he's a bad motherfucker. So you bitches better shut your lying mouth. And I'm going to tell you something too. You haven't been around him long enough to know. Yeah, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's not that you haven't been around him. You don't want to know, because everybody else know except you. Why don't you know? Because you don't want to know. Because you despise him. See, the reason why you despise him, because you're evil and you despise yourself. But I know how bad he is. If you just look at some of the shit he does, when this motherfucker came on the scene back in the 60s, he just marching along was bringing the government, the country to its knees. Just marching along was bringing the country to its knees, and he didn't even raise a weapon. Look at all your sports, music, all the shit is built on his backs. And you all have the nerve to degrade this motherfucker? Well, I got news for you. One day his patience is going to run out, see. And then the hunt will begin. You know what's so funny about all of this? You think you have a backup plan. Every black woman think they have a backup plan because they think they can call the police. But you know something? When shit goes awry, when shit goes real bad and you call the police, they're going to hang up on you. Or maybe the police might just come and shoot you himself for being a fucking nuisance. Because you see, he knows about you. And he knows that when this brother get going, ain't nobody can stop him. He ain't going to get in the way. He want to get you out of the way. Now, as for all the talking, one more word of advice, I'm thinking a little wax museum is it's in the making too. But as far as they're concerned, I like the talkative ones, the ones that like to yell and scream and talk a lot of shit. Those are the ones for the museum, see, because when you pour that solution on their throat, oh, it's going to be a masterpiece to capture that timeless agony. I could just hear them now. She looks so real. How is he able to capture her in such timeless agony? It's as if I could touch her. I could see a little bit of me in her. Well, honey, don't spend too much time with this one. There's hundreds of them around here to look at today. This is just one person. Let's go, baby. You see, you motherfuckers have been warned. You see, you don't understand how nature works. Nature is going to send the ambassadors first. These guys in line, they are the ambassadors. Right? They're trying to talk some sense into your head. Remember now, God said Noah. Remember Noah? Remember the story of Noah? Well, this is a repeating story all the time. That the nature send the ambassadors first. Just like if there is some phenomenon about to start, you can look and see the weather start to change and the birds start to leave, right? Well, these ambassadors come to warn you, to let you know, look, we're willing to work with you. We want to negotiate. When the war starts, the ambassador ain't going to be nowhere. His voice is going to be null and void because you did not listen to him. So you telling him that he can't negotiate with you. You want war. But there's some of us out here saying we can wait for the war to begin. If you want to make war, well, let's make war then. Fuck a negotiation, fuck a talking, fuck a trying to bring you back into the fore. Fuck all of that. That's my position with that. We want to rid you from the planet so that anytime you decide to be a traitor again, if you ever even think about deciding to becoming a traitor again, there'll be a cold rumbling in your DNA. There'll be a shaking underneath the bottom of your fucking feet. See, no bullshit, man. Talking to you all and trying to tell you, brothers trying to negotiate with you. Fuck a negotiation. What you all have to offer? Negotiate with people who have something to offer. They ain't got nothing to offer. What, more torment? Is that what they have to offer? More tormentation? You'll be looking over your shoulder another 50 years, somebody come back with another offer and they fuck you all up again. Fuck your neighborhood up that you rebuild. I said don't rebuild nothing. Let this motherfucker burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Fuck that. And if they want to build it, let them shake their ass and build it themselves. You know what's so crazy about all of this? You black woman, BAW, for about 50 or 60 or so years, you were able to, you had all the platforms, you had the media, and you were able to tell lies with impunity. Nobody could challenge what you're saying. But now you see you're up on the web. You're on all these social networks. You're trying to do the same thing, but it's not working, you see, because people are seeing through your lies now. Seeing that you're a snake tongue, low down, no good, lying, deceiving, degenerate, whore. That's what people are seeing. They're seeing it all over the world. Now, here's the other thing that you don't understand. You don't realize is that your word is a testament to who you are. So you're up there talking to the world. You're spreading all these lies and venom. And the world is seeing you. And you've been judged and don't even know it. All those stuff you write, those lies, those venom, and those videos, those are all your testimony. You've been judged. And you're so stupid, you think you're smart. And now they're seeing your hate, your venom, and all your lies. You can't handle that. You can't handle that because you've never been challenged before. So now, what's your only recourse? Because the only thing you know is lie, is to tell more lies. Make up new shit. That's why every time you go up on the web there's more shit they're just making, more lies, and everybody's privy to it now. Everybody's hip to it. Everybody see what you're doing, so it's not having the effect that you thought it would. So you double down and do more lies. Tell more lies. But you see, you don't know you've been judged. You've been weighed in the scale and found wanting. So now you become even more hateful because you're doubling down with the hate now. And a lot of brothers will say, well, the black women hate us and all that stuff, and they don't like us. I say, hate me. I love the hate. I like when you motherfuckers hate. Yes, Shaniqua, I want you to hate. Practice that hate. Feel that hate coursing through your vein. Have it engulf every fiber of your being. Shaniqua, let the hate fills you up. And continue to hate. Shaniqua, hate. Don't stop the hate. Become engulfed by it. Hate so much until you hate yourself off the planet.